Welcome back, you guys, to Storytime from my bedroom. We are here again for another crazy story. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. It is Friday. Okay, let's get it going and let's get it going now. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And the subscription is free, y'all. It's not like Hulu and all the others where you gotta pay. Subscription is free. So go ahead and subscribe. And also click the bell for notifications so you'll be the first ones to know when we have new videos uploading, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And also go ahead and give a video a thumbs up and also comment, share with me, tell me what you like, what you don't like, give me your opinions and all that stuff, you guys. So let's go ahead. I have mentioned something in the last video that I was going to do a video on what was it? On the lady that wanted to shoot me because of the dishes. Y'all, let me go ahead and get into this story. Okay. So remember before I told you about our dad, Baron, that we used to move a whole lot. I don't know what video that's in. Maybe the one with me and Tracy talking to each other. Check that video out when you have some time. And so we would move like every 3 months or so. And that was because, as I told you, Baron was an alcoholic. And so he would not pay the rent on time. And so what happens is in Ohio, it takes about a good 3 months for the eviction process to start. So at this time that this took place, I was 17 years old. Now, let me give you a little backdrop. I was 17 years old. We moved in with this lady. We just gonna call her Miss Angry Lady. Now, we're gonna call her Dishwater Lady. Dishwater Lady. Her husband, Dishpan. And a little mangy dog that they had like these big clumps of fur on, and that dog stank. So, but I like dogs, but that dog was just a stinky dog. She didn't do that dog right. So we end up moving in this lady's house as a boarder. So she had like 3 levels. The first level, there was like 2 bedrooms down there and like a huge living room. So there were 2 people living there. I don't know who they were. I know that one of the persons was a female and she had a couple of kids because I could hear the kids when I would come in the side door to go up to where we were. Then when you would come upstairs, ooh, y'all, this bang yang in my eye. The bang yang. I don't know why I got that and I wear glasses. So the second floor was the kitchen. And it was a dining room table. It was her room with her husband and that dog. And then there was a guy that lived across the, in the next, whatever you call that, the next room. So then you go down a hallway and, there was a bathroom there with the tub. So we had to share bathrooms and tub and stuff with everybody else that was in the daggone house. And then you go back around the hallway. At the end of the hallway, you turn and then you go upstairs. We were in the attic part, but let me tell you something. The attic part didn't look like an attic. It was carpeted. It had 3 bedrooms up there. And then there was a big common area that was there. How we got there, y'all, I know it's because Baron didn't pay the rent, but I don't know how he found this place or whatever, but this is where we were. Okay, so this is where we were at that time. Y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. I was mad. I was piping mad because the more we moved, it seemed like the further I got away from school. So the one place we lived in, I could walk up the hill and go to school. But now I'm at such a distance, I have to catch the bus because it's too far. And mind you, I didn't have a job because remember I worked on the market and Baron started taking my money. So I quit my job. So now I'm dependent upon you to give me lunch money, which I barely got. And I'm dependent upon you to give me the money that it's going to take for me to get to school. Now, the school did give us a bus card, but the bus card, you have to put a little money with it. I don't know what the amount was, but at this time, with me being 17, I was a little bit more vocal with Bear. And I really stayed on him about giving me money. There was absolutely, from where this place was to my high school, which was Hughes High School, there was no way in God's green earth I could walk there and get to school at 8:15 in the morning. I would probably have to leave out of the house at about 6:50 to walk that distance to get there. So now you're going to give me some money. You're going to have to give me some money. I don't care if you drink. I done got so used to you drinking. I don't care. I don't care if you really don't give me lunch money. I done learned to suppress my hunger at school and then just wait to get home to eat a little something or eat some candy or whatever it is. I need you to give me some lunch money. So at this time, I'm like really pissed about life, to be honest. And at this time also, just to give you the backdrop as to why I went off, why the situation with this lady happened. I don't think y'all just want, once you hear the story, I don't want y'all just think I'm just disrespectful, because that's not how my parents raised me, but I can be disrespectful. Boop. Catch that. So, and then at this time, my mom was sick, but my mom had been sick for like some years. She was on dialysis. So every time we moved, the access bus, she would have to call the access bus and give them the new address. And then hopefully they will remember or register it in the system and pick her up at the new location. So my mom went to the dialysis, I want to say maybe 3-4 times a week. Maybe 3 times a week, maybe like a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. Every other day she would go. So there was a couple of times where the access bus went to the old address, didn't come pick her up. Baron ain't nowhere around. She couldn't go to dialysis. So if she missed Wednesday, then all that water, anybody that knows anybody that has kidney failure and that's on dialysis, is nothing to play with. So if she went on Monday, then whatever water she, drank or whatever from Monday to Wednesday, they will pull that water out of her system. But if the access bus didn't pick her up because we're constantly moving, then she would have to wait till Friday. So when Friday would come, she wasn't feeling good, y'all. So she swelled up, but she would try to really, really watch her intake of water so that she wouldn't mess around and get sick or possibly die in between that time. So I'm watching all of this happen and I'm not happy about it. So there was times that my mom would go in the hospital and she would be in there for like a week, y'all. Like, y'all, oh my God, I cannot believe I'm getting emotional. Hold on, y'all, hold on. Ooh, y'all, I don't know where that came from. That right there, Bob, I just, you know what, I guess I never told this story or, really expressed my feelings about how I felt as a kid watching my mom become, having stints of being sick because we're moving around. And when you're a kid and you can't have a voice, because the era I come from, kids wasn't talking and voicing their opinions like that. And to watch that, at this point, I would have to say that I'm angry. So I guess this story for me is going to be like a little heavy, okay? I was angry at the time. And so I can realize that this was the time that even though I used to get in fights before, like a few fights in between, from like 17 on up to like my 20s and stuff, if I fought you, I was going to beat you down like real live. It wasn't no joke. It really wasn't no joke. I'm going to tell you the story about this woman, y'all. I hit her with a stick. So, but that's a whole nother story. So I was just not realizing just till now, I was angry. So we would stay upstairs or whatever. Now, mind you, I had a pet. Y'all, you ain't gonna say it was a rat. It was a little rat. His name was Mickey. His last name was Alada. He was French. So I had a rat because we had a science fair project, you guys, and I did like a mouse maze, and I bought a little mouse from down at Woolworth, and a rat, and I kept him afterwards. So he was in a cage or whatever. So we're moving over there in that little place or what have you. So the kitchen was a common area as well. So when we would go downstairs in the kitchen or whatever, you had access to the whole house. This old woman, Miss Dishwasher Lady, will always come in the kitchen snooping and being nosy while you cooking. What you cooking? You shouldn't put so much salt on that. First of all, boo, get up out of this kitchen. And all of this living with somebody that was a stranger was new to me. Mind you, when we used to get evicted and stuff like that, now, yeah, we will find, sometimes you will find another place for us to go. Or a couple of times I think we stayed with my brother. But my brother is nowhere near a stranger. But this woman, I don't know you. I don't like the situation. And I don't like you. Period. It may not be nothing that she did at first, but I just don't like you because I just don't like this whole situation. And I don't like somebody that called themselves micromanaging. Like, get out of here, girl. We don't need you in this kitchen. So whenever my mom would go in the kitchen to try to cook something, she was right in there. And so when my mom would come back upstairs, I guess she was upset about the situation. But my mom, one thing about her, she was very, very meek and mild mannered. I never heard my mother scream. Like if she was no, I take that back. She would holler if she was calling your name, but she wasn't a loud person by far. When my dad used to argue with her, she would sit there like this, y'all, and let it roll off of her. Sis had some serious self-control. She wasn't on him. And I was like, ain't you gonna argue back with him? She was like, for what? She was like, he'll get tired after a while. She just was mild-mannered. So she didn't say a lot of things, but when she would come upstairs, she was like, if she don't get out the kitchen, while I'm in the kitchen, I know how to cook. She would make little comments like that. She wasn't talking to me per se, because she wasn't that type of person to come to her kids and tell them stuff to get them riled up. But she was just talking in the air. But I would hear little stuff. And then I'm like, wow, she's always, so it'd be a few times I would go down in the kitchen with my mom. We be in there doing whatever. And the woman would find her way in the kitchen like she trying to talk. First of all, boo, when we came downstairs, your door was closed. Your dishpan husband, and your little mangy dog, the door was shut. Soon as you hear anything in that kitchen or see that light come on, you bringing your happy, ugly head, the ugly face, because she was ugly, and bring your ugly face in this kitchen. Go. So what got us into it was she had a sink. I don't know what kind of sink you want to call this. I done seen this sink on like one of them home makeover programs. The sink was like one of them deep sinks. It was made out of porcelain, but this sucker was deep. It kind of reminds you of a restaurant sink. So first of all, I'm not running dishwater to wash in this sink, because we had a few dishes. We would wash our dishes, and then we would take our dishes upstairs and just store them, and go back and forth, transport them back and forth as we needed them. If we had a skillet, we wash it out. So I'm not running dishwater. So she wanted us to run dishwater. First of all, boo, we paying you. My dad paying you for now. He paying you for now. This is our dishwashing liquid. I don't have your water constantly running. I'm the type of person, even now, if I brush my teeth, I turn the water off while I brush them, and then I turn the water back on. So I'm real conscious of water. I don't like people just running water like that. You're lucky I ain't taking military showers, but our water system here ain't the greatest, so I ain't gonna be doing that. But that's when you get in there, you turn the water on, you turn it off, you scrub up, and then you turn it back on to conserve water. I'm like that with water. So I wasn't making dishwater. So she would say comments, first of all, about my mom. It started with my mom. You ought to run some dishwater. My mom just got a couple of little dishes like here or whatever. Well, you should run dishwater. That's wasteful. And da da da. My mom was like, well, the water's not on. So I don't, it would be wasteful to have a whole sink full of dishes. And all I got is 2 cups, a plate, and like 3-4 forks. So she would go back and forth on that. And so my mom would come upstairs and she would say little stuff in the air. And I'm like, who talking about dishes? Like, girl, if you don't go and leave people alone before I hit you with this sponge. You know, the yellow sponge with the green thing on the back. I'm going to scrub your face and smack you with this sponge. Leave me alone. So my mama kept, she kept coming at my mama, coming at my mama, coming at my mama. By this time, I feel like I need to defend my mama, because I'm way more spicier than you, Inez. You so laid back, you ain't gonna go off on her, whatever, woo, woo, woo. But I'm gonna be about that business. And I'm gonna make it my business to be about that business. Now, mind you, I don't normally go off on no older person. Now, I did let Baron have the business, but he had that coming after some years. Because I respect my elders and the whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But, baby, let me tell you something. So I told my mom, I said, I'm going down there to do the dishes. This was like after some time went by. So I'm going down there to do them dishes. All right. I said, because I know you don't want to fool with her. Da-da-da-da-da. I said, but she gets smart. If she gets smart. And she was like, Sherry, just go do the dishes. Do the dishes real quick and come back upstairs. So I go, y'all. I tiptoed on cotton down them steps. Turned the corner, go in the kitchen. Didn't flip the light on like this, just flip. Now, mind you, the kitchen had a door to it. So I closed the door. Because if I turn the light on and you see that big shining light, you're going to see it from underneath your little door thing that she, her door was closed. So you see it underneath the little door jamb. So I close up as much as I could. I didn't close it all the way, but got it real close to closing. Then I turned the light on. And I went, turned the water on. Didn't let it just splash out. Put the cup, y'all, underneath there to pour some water in there. Look, a dab of dishwashing liquid is all I use. A dab. Here come ugly face. Here come ugly dishwater lady. I done told y'all need to run dishwater. Honey, by this time, quit using all the... I said, what do you care? You can run I said, run dishwater for what? I got 4 or 5. By this time, I done slang the spoons all in the sink, y'all. I only got about 4 or 5 cups. I said, first of all, this our dishwashing liquid. Why is you worried about it? This don't have nothing to do with you. So her little mangy dog bite. I said, go on back in your room. I said, and leave my mama alone about these dishes. We're going to do the dishes the way we want to do the dishes. This ain't your business. So by this time, I'm running the water now because, look, a sister's going to be ignorant. I'm on some ignorance. Honey, I'm going to bring out the niggers for you today. This will be washing them dishes. Slanging suds everywhere. Now I'm just letting it run. You don't get smart with me. I said, well, you don't come in the kitchen when I'm in here. You don't tell me how I'm going to do these dishes because this ain't got nothing to do with you. My mama said I can wash these dishes and I'm going to wash these dishes. Girl, I shoot you. I said, I said, before you go get that gun, baby, I'm going to whoop your tail. I said, and I'm going to kick your dog. Now, she did have a gun, y'all. So by this time, I done took my tail upstairs. I said, ain't no more dishes washing because she crazy. And you ain't about to have me. Labor, how do I say goodbye? You ain't about to kill me at 17, baby. That ain't the Lord's will. Baby, by that time I ran upstairs. Over dishes? You gonna shoot me over darn dishwashing liquid? You gonna kill me? You gonna pelt me with guns over Palmolive? I'm dead over Dawn. Really? I done got gaffled over Gain dishwashing liquid? It ain't that serious, sis. So I pushed past. I said, no, you ain't gonna shoot me. Girl, so I run upstairs. I said, oh, shoot. I'm about to die with some suds on me. So I go tell my mom. She was like, well, by this time, my mama done got what's going on? I said, she said she gonna shoot me. She said, shoot you? Y'all, it wasn't funny at the time. She was like, what happened? I said, she gonna come in there and keep going on about them dishes. So I said something because I'm tired of her picking with you. And I'm tired of her picking with... My mama said, oh, hold on now. So she got her skirt, y'all, and pulled it up because, I pulled... You remember I told y'all I ain't had no pajamas? That's what I got for her. My mama will pull her skirt up. So she pulled her skirt up. Let me hike mine up too. She said, wait a minute now. Hold on now, y'all. My mama wasn't sick that day, boo. Oh, Inez wasn't sick that day. She was healed, baby. Quit playing. She pulled her little skirt up, baby, honey. She bopped her square booty down them steps, honey. Well, and knocked out. That woman done went back in her room, honey. Dishwasher face done went back. I done called this woman about 4 or 5 names. The ugly dishwasher lady done went back in her room and shut the door with her mangy doll. Honey, by this time, my mama knocking on the door. Come on out here. So she said, woman come out there sitting at the table. She said, what you talking about? You gonna shoot my daughter? And she got disrespectful. She said she got disrespectful because you disrespectful. She said, I done told you once and twice, quit coming in that kitchen. She said, we pay the bills around here. We ain't using your stuff. Leave my daughter alone. She said, because I'm going to tell you right now, you threaten my daughter again, you're going to have some problems. Well, I wasn't really going to shoot her. She said, I don't care what you really wasn't going to do. You better not let it say come out your mouth. You're going to shoot my daughter. By this time, her little Yankee husband done came to the door. He just looking probably like, I wish you would be my wife, because I'm about sick of her too. He always had this disgusted look on himself, on his face, whenever he would look at her. I'm like, yeah, you tired of her too. But you tired to her. You and that mangy dog. Probably why the dog was mangy back, because he was tired. Oh, ugly heifer. Back then, I probably call her ugly hoe. I'm like, that ugly hoe keep coming. Mouth just filthy, honey. She said, leave her alone. She said, quit coming in that kitchen when we cooking food. I know how to cook. I don't need your help. Well, I was just trying to help it. No, you don't need the help. And so me and my mama said, go in there and get them dishes, honey. And she stood in that doorway, and I rinsed them good old dishes, honey, running all that water, honey. Done dried up the whole Mill Creek up here in Cincinnati, baby. I did it on purpose. I dried the little dishes because we had a little dish towel. So I dried the little dishes, and me and my mama put me in the front, and she walked on up them steps. And my mama said, I know what the problem is. I said, what's the problem? She said, I sat down at that table talking to her, and she thought she was my friend. She said, and then when she thought she was my friend, she thinks she could say anything slick to you. She said, sometimes you can't let folks get comfortable at your table. I said, oh, come through, Inez, with the word. Come through. She wasn't playing with her. I said, well, go ahead, Inez, and drop that word. I don't know. Honey, some folks, you can't let them get comfortable at your table. Let them get comfortable at your table. Because then they think they can talk any old kind of way with you. You really want to know how a person is? Sit down and eat with them. They get to run in their mouth real good, tell you really how they feel about you when you're sitting down. Because something about eating and getting comfortable, folks get real loose with the jaws. That's why when I go to a funeral, y'all, not my funeral over the dishwasher, I don't go to no repast, because folks in their emotions at the funeral. But sometimes people hold how they feel at the funeral. Well, some people do. But you take them to that repast, that's when the fights break out, because everybody comfortable. They ain't got a little liquor in them. You're sitting at the table and they think they can say whatever they want to you. Honey, and that woman didn't bring her happy hips back up in that kitchen no more. Now, what she would do if somebody was in the kitchen, she would go in there and peek. But when she seen it was me or she seen it was my mama, honey, she took her tail right back in her room. You better. Honey, but they like to kill me. She tried to take me out over some Dawn, baby. I was dead over Dawn dishwashing liquid, y'all. Messing with y'all internet daddy bear. Honey, too much. So I don't know where we moved after that, y'all. I would have to sit there and think about where we moved after that. And I don't know how long we stayed there. I know that one, I don't think we stayed there long, because that lady used to come up in our house, well, space, while we was gone. Because that's how she knew I had Mickey Alada. And my mama, she told my mama she got to get that pet out of here. And she was like, what pet? She was like, the one up there in the cage. My mama said, what was you doing up there? I was checking on something. She said, checking on what? Ain't nothing wrong with that place. She said, I didn't call you and tell you or knock on your door and tell you we needed nothing done up there. That place is just fine. She said, okay, I might have her get rid of the pet. She said, but you stay up out my apartment. She said, if you gonna let us rent it, you stay out of there. She said, if you ain't got no reason to be up there, don't be up in there. She said, if you need to come in there, let me know the day before. Oh, my mama put it down. Put it down in another woman's house. Quit playing. So she made me get rid of Mickey Alada. I took him, honey, over there to my brother's house. I kept him for a little bit more, and then my mom was like, you need to take him. So I took him over there to my brother's house to the day he died, honey. He probably died because he was heartbroken, honey. Heartbroken. They had to leave me. Y'all, honey, this was an emotional roller coaster. We done went from crying to being shy to getting the word dropped. You guys, I enjoy you so much. Sorry once again about Monday. I kind of felt off on Monday. I was like, man, I ain't put my video up. Nothing. I ain't feel right about that situation, y'all. So that ain't gonna happen no more, y'all. We gonna go ahead and do what we gotta do. But you guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give the video a thumbs up. Go ahead and comment if you want to. Tell your friends and families come over here and listen to some story time from an old lady that got something to say about something. You guys have a wonderful weekend and be safe as well. Peace.